This video is sponsored by Cotopaxi. If you're thinking about adventurous travel or longer trips in 2026, you may want to consider sizing up your travel backpack. But is it worth it, and how big is too big? Today, we're showing you how to make use of a 50-liter travel backpack. First, let's talk about how you decide if a larger size is right for you. When we got our hands on the Cotopaxi Allpa 50-liter, it made us wonder, why would you need a 50-liter bag? We travel with backpacks in the 30 to 40-liter size range, even if we're flying across the globe. Those are typically carry-on size, so we can hop off the plane and get right to our trip. However, you have to put a lot of thought into what you pack since space is limited. We create travel capsule wardrobes with pieces that mix and match to make the most of clothing that fits inside 40 liters. But what if you're heading to the Arctic and need thicker, bulkier layers? Or if you need to bring multiple shoes for a wedding abroad? Then that extra 10 liters really comes in handy. Choosing a 50-liter bag gives you as much space as a roller bag with the convenience that a backpack provides while exploring a new destination. There's a good chance that your flight could land hours before you can check into your hotel, and there's no reason to waste it hanging around at the airport because it's too hard to haul your luggage around with you. However, it's not as simple as just sizing up. There are a few essential features you should look for in a 50-liter bag. First, let's talk about carry comfort. Larger travel backpacks need to have a harness system that can keep up. Padded mesh-lined shoulder straps like this are more comfortable to wear, even over bare skin, and a sternum strap on a sliding rail helps you get the perfect fit. Load lifters and hip belts are also essential when carrying a lot of gear since they help take the weight off your shoulders. Your torso size also impacts how effective the harness system is, and a lot of travel backpacks are one size fits all. That's why we look for adjustable back panels. For example, the Allpa 50-liter adjusts to 4 different levels, allowing you to shift the bag higher or lower on your torso. The better the harness system fits your frame, the less heavy the bag will feel. A built-in frame sheet also adds to a bag's comfort, even if it's as simple as the one in the Allpa 50-liter, which adds a stiffness without adding bulk. We also like bags with a hideaway harness system since most 50-liter bags will need to be checked, and tucking the straps away keeps them from getting caught on suitcases or dirtied by the baggage claim belt. However, if your bag has the right features, then you may not need to check it. While this Allpa is too big to carry on, its capacity splits into a 42-liter backpack and an 8-liter sling on top that zips off when you want to use it solo. Removing it from the top leaves you with a travel backpack that's only 21.5 inches tall instead of 27. You should be able to carry it on more permissible airlines like Delta, which allow a max height of 22 inches. Having 2 bags in one adds a ton of versatility, which is key, especially if you're investing a lot into a bag. We nearly always carry a sling along with our 40-liter travel backpack anyway, so we like that you can carry these 2 bags as one until you need to split them apart to get on the plane. The backpack becomes your carry-on and the sling becomes your personal item. Don't worry, the exposed zipper left on each bag doesn't rub on you uncomfortably as you wear them. And there's even a hidden strap with a hook so you can latch an extra layer or extra gear on the top of the backpack when the sling is off. No matter the features, you want your bag to last for years. A TPU coating on bags like the Allpa protects your gear inside from inclement weather, which is essential even if your travels aren't off the beaten path. It repels rain and snow, which happens in the city just as often as in the backwoods. While the Allpa 50-liter doesn't look like a hiking backpack, its sturdy materials give you the flexibility to explore the outdoors at your destination. The TPU-coated 1000D polyester shell and 840D ballistic nylon panel protect the bag from scuffs, moisture, and rough handling, and the recycled materials are sustainably made and sourced. That's something that Cotopaxi works hard on to integrate into all the gear they produce. Whether you want a 50-liter travel backpack or something smaller, you can get durable and responsibly designed gear from this video's sponsor, Cotopaxi. They strive to build things that last and prioritize sustainability for people and the planet. Cotopaxi produces its bags in factories around the world that are committed to treating their workers right and making gear as sustainable as possible, which is why the Allpa 35 travel pack is on our sustainable packing list. Some of their travel gear, like the Cubo pouch organizers, is available in Del Dia colorways, which are made from high-quality dead stock fabric that would otherwise go to waste. In fact, all Cotopaxi products contain materials that are either repurposed, recycled, or responsibly certified, so you can feel good about stocking up before your next trip. Even better, they'll help you stand out from the crowd with their fun and vibrant colorways. Cotopaxi products also feature great organization and supportive harness systems. Features like adjustable back panels and weather-resistant materials make their bags and accessories great options for travel anywhere. And they've got comfortable clothing you can toss inside your packing cubes too. Speaking of which, it's time to talk about organization. Well, it's great to have that much space. It's not as helpful if it's hard to pack. So if you're gonna get a 50-liter bag, you want one with built-in organization that's easy to fill. We look for quick access pockets to hold small gear we don't need all the time, but we'll be accessing frequently. We use a front pocket on bags like the Allpa for items like gloves, a hat, or a packable rain jacket. However, you could also use it for a travel journal or your toiletry bag, so it's easily reachable at airport security if you carry on the bag. If you decide to check it, just make sure you don't put anything inside that you'll need on the plane. You'll also want a secure spot for your passport and extra cash as you get through customs. This small pocket along the right side of the backpack's back panel is great for that because the zipper track is covered by a fabric welt, so it's hidden from sight. It's a more secure option, yet still more accessible than if you stowed them deeper inside the bag. Most travelers also want to carry a water bottle. A stretchy side pocket allows you to store skinnier bottles such as a hydro flask, while also being large enough for 32-ounce bottles like a Nalgene. It's also a great spot for a travel umbrella. If you're traveling with a device or working on the road, then pay attention to the laptop compartment. Travel backpack laptop sleeves sometimes feel like an afterthought, just stashed between the back of the main compartment and the back panel without any protective features. We look for ample space and softly lined padding, and the Allpa is even big enough to fit a 16-inch laptop. It also has a built-in sleeve to hold up a 13-inch tablet inside. A loop at the top of the YKK zipper track acts as a lock for the zipper. That'll keep someone from quickly opening it without you knowing and prevent it from catching on a neighboring bag and accidentally unzipping. Most of your gear is going in the main compartment though, and we like bags that open fully clamshell because they're so much simpler to fill. We also look for structured sides since they keep the bag from collapsing while you're packing it. Many travel backpacks are big, empty bucket spaces, so we prefer to use packing cubes to keep everything neat and organized. That way you're not dealing with jumbled clothing and you can find exactly what you need when you need it. However, staying organized is even more essential when you're filling a 50-liter bag. It'll be harder to glance inside and find your favorite tea, and there's no chance of things staying neatly stacked without some help. We're using Cotopaxi's Cubo expandable packing cube set, and we fit a ton inside. The 6-liter mesh cube holds all of our socks and underwear, a swimsuit, and a few t-shirts. Then we use the 12-liter cube for bulkier clothing. For this trip, that means 4 pairs of pants, a few more t-shirts, and a sweater for when it cools off. The wide webbing handles on top of the cubes make it easy to pull them out when they're wedged tightly inside. Then you'll need a shoe pouch to keep your sneakers from getting everything else dirty inside of the backpack. Some large travel backpacks like the 50-liter Allpa have one built right in. We also had no issues fitting in a pair of men's 10.5 sneakers inside, though you can also use it for dirty laundry if you're not bringing extra footwear. 50-liter bags also leave enough room to pack a sizable toiletry bag. That's handy if you have a specific skincare routine or need to carry more medications. For all of your other gear, use a mix of your bag's built-in organization. Mesh pockets like those on the lid of the Allpa are a great spot for items like a travel-sized speaker or a deck of cards that don't have a place in a designated pouch. Internal organization like this works well for flatter items you won't need while traveling or other small gear you don't need to stow in your sling. Or keep extra items in something like the Cubo pouch organizers, which have a flexible structure that allows you to fit them within the extra space at the top of your travel backpack. Whether you prefer to use them as a smaller toiletry bag or a tech pouch, the different sizes expand to accommodate your gear without taking up too much space when they're not full. In the case of this 50-liter Allpa, we like saving the main compartment for additional clothing or bulky gear and using the detachable sling area for items we need quick access to. Storing a toiletry bag here means it's more accessible if you're asked to remove it at airport security, and there's enough space left over for Nintendo Switch, Kindle, or a small tablet. We like it when there are padded slip pockets to protect the screens and zippered pockets to hold travel essentials like a passport, wallet, and travel documents. There's also plenty of space for a water bottle and snacks to stave off jet lag and hunger pangs. The front pocket also holds small accessories like earbuds, your phone, and keys. Clips on a leash like the one in the Allpa's sling makes them easy to find when you return home. Whether you carry the sling on its own or leave it attached to the bag during transit, this top area works well as an everyday carry bag when you reach your destination. Leave the backpack behind and use the sling for everyday carry essentials like your wallet, passport, battery bank, and an extra layer. When it's all said and done, sizing up to a 50-liter travel backpack comes down to your needs. The bag you choose is important, so finding the right features is essential to ensure you get all the benefits of a larger bag without sacrificing the freedom a travel backpack provides. So what do you think? Would you carry a larger travel backpack for your next trip? Let us know down in the comments below. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, and we'll see you in the next video.